Hi everyone, we're back here once again at Cineworld Sheffield in glorious sunshine today
Yeah, it's really sunny and windy.
and a bit windy. But today we're going to see Lion King!
This is it. This is the moment we've been waiting for. This is a massive, massive blockbuster film that's come out this year. This only came out yesterday, so we're going to see it in IMAX as well, so we can get some really good resolution, some really sharp images. And are we looking forward to this?
Yes, I am. I'm going to, reiterate what I said about the Aladdin review, go big or go home. So hopefully they've gone big this time. And we watched the animated Lion King last week as well.
Yep.
So for that's a solid 8 for me. So I'm hoping a prediction of at least maybe a 7. I don't think it's going to beat it, but it's got to go on par at the very least.
Yeah, I'm hoping for a really big score for this one. I'm predicting an 8, but I think that's being a bit optimistic. I'm a bit worried because it was the same director that did The Jungle Book, and I didn't overly enjoy The Jungle Book, so a bit worried on that one. But yeah,
Let's see what we can. Let's see how it goes.
we'll review it for later.
See you in a bit.
Bye. Hi, we are back now from Cineworld Sheffield from watching the Disney's remake of The Lion King. We've got a lot to talk about. We say that every time, but
Yeah.
it's true.
We
It's
have
true.
definitely on this one. So let's start off and just say that how gorgeous this film looks. Who would have thought 10 years ago or so that we would be seeing this form of CGI looking so lifelike. The beginning part of Circle of Life, they pretty much recreated that, but it looked amazing. So
Yeah.
that was probably one of my favourite parts of the film. I got a little bit emotional, little lump in the throat just seeing it on the big screen.
Yeah, it was really definitely heartfelt. I mean, this was one of the biggest Disney films of my childhood. This is something that I'd been waiting to see. I really wanted them to do a good job on this. This beginning part was really crucial, but it was really good. I really enjoyed it, and it was really, really quite tearful.
Yeah. The characters' voices were pretty serviceable in some areas. I'll get to that a little bit more. But basically, I think my favourite ones out of this was Zazu and Pumbaa. I feel that John Oliver and Seth Rogen had a bit more free reign with these characters than I would say with the rest of the actors. I don't know how you thought about that.
Yeah, I enjoyed Pumbaa. I don't overly like Seth Rogen sometimes. I think he's always a bit too much on the comedy, but I do think he was the perfect person to play Pumbaa. It was very good, especially with the song When the Lions Sleep Tonight. That was a pretty good duo for them too. It was quite expanded as well this time.
Yeah, there was a few little ad-lib moments I think was put in there, and it definitely shows in this movie and with their voices. So this was directed by Jon Favreau, who directed The Jungle Book and is happy in the Avengers movies. Who would have thought it?
That was quite a strange fact for us to read before we was watching the film. I was like, oh my god,
Yeah,
he's happy.
So I'm not sure whether this was probably more a directorial approach to this film or director's choice, as it were. But yeah, he kind of took the voices of these characters because there's not, we're going for full on lifelike effect. The lions and the animals were pretty emotionless, so we're not going to go for the sort of cartoony smiles and melodrama.
And
Yeah.
stuff, yeah.
So the actors' voices seemed a little bit flat when they're copy and pasting pretty much the lines from the animated version.
Yeah.
Case in point, we have James Earl Jones as Mufasa, and we know how brilliant he is. But again, he sounded a bit flat because it was probably going for more of a serious tone.
Yeah, I felt that as well. It kind of felt like you could actually just see them reading the script. Like there was no effort going into it at all. And because you've seen how much effort, like obviously like you pointed on, like you can see how much effort that the actors in the previous film, not to compare, but what effort they put into it. So you'd expect it to be just as good or even better in this one. That didn't happen. It wasn't as much oomph in the voice, I don't think, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's I think probably maybe because they used too much of the dialogue in The Lion King and the remake. Maybe if they changed the dialogue up a bit more, might have been a bit better. You know, you can have sprinklings of all the favorite lines that you like on this one, but it just I don't think it worked well because it was going for more of a serious approach.
Yep, I agree.
There was some good fleshed out moments in this movie. Scar had some really good moments in this one.
Yeah, I really enjoyed Scar.
And I felt like there's some, well, I would say kind of fixed, but I like the odd little changes that they have done. So going back to Scar, you had a bit more, you kind of had a bit more understanding of why he was like he is, and how much, he's crazed for power. I think that could have got a bit more. I think if it was going to remake it, just go full belt with this one. But they did have some good moments with him and Sarabi. Also Shamsi, one of the hyenas, she was now the lead hyena pack, which I thought was a very good idea.
Good change,
yeah.
So the score was pretty good as well. It was the same as the original Lion King. It was Hans Zimmer that did this. So there was a lot of the same music. Obviously the beginning bit was quite similar. I think Beyonce had an extra song in there as well.
Yeah.
So it was pretty much quite the same, I felt.
Yeah, like you're saying with the Lion Sleeps Tonight, that was pretty good. That was really funny. In fact, that was done better here.
Yes.
I think that had a better gag here than it was in the original animated movie. And also when there was distracting the hyenas when they was sneaking into Pride Rock, they did a different musical number which I thought was a bit more funnier.
Yeah, it was quite good. Some of them have been shortened as well, some of the songs, which you was quite disappointed in.
Very disappointed in my personal favourite out of the Lion King movie. Not to go too into spoiler, but it ain't Hakuna Matata. So I was looking forward to that, and it just kind of came and went. So I was a bit.
I'm not really sure why they did that. So overall, I think Lion King recently has had a lot of really bad backlash as well. I don't think this movie was absolutely crap. I don't think it was shit. I think it was better than The Jungle Book, which I'm quite happy with because I was worried about that to start with.
Yeah.
But no, I don't think it was absolutely terrible. I think there was things that they could have changed a bit differently, things they could have improved on. Obviously, the voices needed a bit more oomph to them. But yeah, overall, I wasn't disappointed. I was just on a par, really, with it.
Yeah, I'm a little bit on the fence. I didn't have a terrible time. Like I said, the animation was gorgeous.
Definitely needed a four.
So good. Probably my favourite moment was the beginning part and the end fight. But I can see why people be a bit cynical on this one, thinking it'd be a bit more of a cash grab. It was a little bit copied and pasted at places, and it just didn't quite. It could never match up to it, but I don't think it was gonna. It could have been better.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. So, with that being said, I'm going to give it a 6.5. I think, honestly, if you really wanted to see a live-action remake of The Lion King, watch Black Panther.
I'd give it a 7, purely on the animation was absolutely fantastic. Obviously, like I said before, things could have changed, things could have been better, but I was on par with it all.
Yeah, it was a solid film, but like I said, if you were happy to watch a just complete live action of this all without much being changed, you're gonna have a good time. If you're going in here thinking I want to see something new on the table, I don't think you're gonna overly get it.
No,
but I still think you're gonna have a good time though.
We'd like to know though, if you've seen it, have you watched it? What did you think? Did you prefer the original or did you prefer this new one? Comment below. We'd love to hear from you. And as always, thanks for watching.
Thank you. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. They are really, really helping this channel and helping us. Thank you very much. Please keep carrying on what you're doing. Until then, see you later.
Bye-bye.